The following broadcast is brought to you by
Elite Performance.
What's Poppin' Corn Snacks? Printed Memories.
Revved Up Tattoos.
The Fighter's Friend.
Doc Sports Service.
The One's Kitchen.
Inner Beast Sportswear.
BW Sports 1, sports media marketing and design. Check us out at BWSPORTS1.com. It's another original BW Sports 1 production.
Pew pew!
I was slacking. Oh, no, and it's happy Thanksgiving Eve from that guy over there. The one, this guy
That makes me
over
look
here.
weird.
Hold on here, God.
There
Darn
we
it.
go.
There we go.
I was like, what is he doing?
I had to find
He's
it. I
got
had to find it.
freaking turkeys.
That's right. That's right. Together, we are the Dukes of Football.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Hey, why does it make it look like I'm making fun of the people? So fix that. It was making my eyebrows do like I was being an asshole.
Happy Thanksgiving Day.
Happy Thanksgiving Eve.
Ooh, boy, I can't wait to get my grub on tomorrow. Not once, but twice.
I'm having wings tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
I'm not going to cook Thanksgiving dinner until Friday.
So is that
that's when we do ours?
Kids come in? Are the kids?
Yeah, it's the blended. You know what I'm saying? The blended Thanksgiving. You know, we have was it 4 different families within one family? So
Yep.
It's always easier to do it the day after. So that's when we do it. So
gotcha. Hey, I just want to start off really quick by saying I'm not apologizing to any of you Indianapolis Colts fans. I don't care. I'll have something to say here in a little bit, but just leave it at that right now.
What the hell you have to apologize for?
I have nothing to apologize for.
Okay, so why is there an apology? I don't get it.
Because you and I are from this city of Indianapolis, the great circle city of Indianapolis, Indiana. However, their sports fans aren't the greatest fans out there. And I say that because they don't know how to actually like their team. The majority of them, I should say, don't know how to actually like and root for their team the way a true fan should when things aren't going so well. I didn't get threatened this time to get kicked out for saying the word shit one time under my breath. So that's good.
So what you're saying is that it's okay to throw snowballs at Santa Claus? Is that what you're saying?
100%. Absolutely true.
Okay. Just make
that's a fan. That is a true fan, sir.
Yeah, you went to the game, man. I actually like Lucas Oil Stadium. Is it still Lucas Oil Stadium?
Yeah, still Lucas Oil.
Okay, because they change shit all the time. I don't know.
I don't see that one changing for a while.
Who knows? I didn't think Baker's. So so you went to the game, man. Good atmosphere. I like it down there. Yeah. I mean, it's the Colts people, but I do like watching games down there.
Oh yeah. We were sitting in the end zone, the side where Philly comes out of, so that was good for me.
Awesome.
Yep.
So, which segues into having great games down at Lucas Oil Stadium. It is state finals time here in Indiana for high school football. So, yeah, these next 2 days, so Black Friday, for getting shopping and spend ridiculous amounts of money on nothing. We got some great football games going on Friday and Saturday for Indiana high school football. So on what is it? Friday you have 3 games, and Saturday you have 3 games.
Mm-hmm. Going off first. Let's see. So we got to remember the Memory Maker, brought to you by Printed Memories. Get all your direct to print needs at one local spot. Call 317-494-0811 today. Let them know BW Sports One sent you. Yes. So Friday you start off at 11 o'clock in the morning with the 2A Evansville Mater Day 11-3 going against 10-3 Andrean. Next up, 4A, Class 4A, East Central.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hey, go back.
What?
Andrean has one of the best mascots of all time. They're like the fighting. Damn it! I had it written down and I can't remember it.
I know
Because it was written
I
down.
messed up the notes again.
No,
Oh man, who is
they
it?
got the phone, and I said, "Whoa, wait a minute."
Hold on here.
And then
Hold
I
on
forgot. It was pretty cool.
It
There's
is.
something I've never heard of before in my life.
Oh, I gotta look this up now.
And
Hold
please
on here.
excuse the White Russians. It's Thanksgiving Eve.
It is. It is. I mean, I got my my cream mail going over here. Let's try the Spirit Store. I'm on their website right now. I'm just trying to look for it. The 59ers. That's right. The
Yes, the
59ers.
Fighting 59ers.
Get it, guys.
That is great.
Get it, guys.
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt.
All right. Class 4A,
Bad.
East Central sitting at 12-2 versus New Prairie 13-1. That goes off at 3 p.m. And kicking off last on Friday night, the 6A, the big boys of Indiana, Center Grove at 11-2, facing Carroll at an undefeated 13-0. That kicks off at 7 p.m. Then Saturday, the 1A, the Class 1A matchup is Indianapolis Lutheran, undefeated 14-0 versus undefeated 14-0 Adams Central at 11 o'clock
Let's
in
go,
the morning.
Zach. Let's go,
Man,
Zach Dar Automater.
man. I got so I was, during off season, I should say, I would be practicing like wrestling moves with one of the guys that is on the football team, and he's one of the big dudes. So go get it, Dylan. 3A follows that, Indianapolis Bishop to Chittard, 10-4. 10-4, guys. A 10-4 team makes the tournament. Going against Lawrenceburg, sitting at 13-1, and that kicks off at 3 p.m. And the last final game of the weekend at Lucas Oil Stadium for the state football tournament is the 5A Valparaiso 10-3 versus Whiteland 12-1, kicking off at 7 p.m. Good matchups.
Two things. One, I heard the shit tart. I heard that. You did just slide it in. I heard it. And the second thing, why is the 6A the last on Friday? Why is it not the last game on Saturday? What in the world is going on?
246 and 135. See, when I played, it was only 5 classes, so you had I think it was like 2 and 4 on Friday night, and then 1, 3, and 5 on Saturday. So I don't know. What's up, Nathaniel? Welcome to the fun zone.
Nathaniel, what is up?
He cut his hair, man. I swear.
Damn it,
You need to
Nathaniel.
grow it back, dude. You need to grow it back, Hercules. Come on, man. Get it for
Hey,
us.
man, it's no shave November. I'm over here looking like I've been grinding on the block all
Bro, hold
week.
on. Hold
Like
on,
I got the
hold on.
last couple packs to get rid of. No, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. We can put that out there. We can put that out there. We got that all up there, all on the cheekbones.
Oh
We're
my
selling
gosh. See,
packs.
that's the reason. That's the reason right there. I can't shave my head again. I'm so scared the shit ain't gonna come back because every time it happens, it goes a little less back.
So yeah, a little less. So congratulations to all the young high school athletes that have made it to the state finals, the ultimate goal. Dan, you were fortunate to win the state title. I was not fortunate to win the state title in any sport. Julian was fortunate to win the state title. So it's a special
Wasn't
thing
he part of two
that not
teams?
everybody gets to do. So he was part
Was
of
Julian on
one.
two? Okay. All right.
He was one with McLaren. They didn't win his
Yep.
senior year.
That's
They
right.
won his junior year.
That's right. Yep.
McLaurin.
McLaurin.
Plays for the
McLaurin.
Washington Redskins. Yes. So
Yep.
good job for you young athletes. Keep aspiring to your goals. Keep doing your thing. And great time for Thanksgiving here in Indiana is watching high school state football championships.
Pow!
There you go. Local beverages. Get your shit. She'll hit you hooked up. Do it now. That's because I
Pow! Pow!
Bang.
That's my thing, man. That's my thing. You see, I'm decked out in black tonight, right?
So where we I see that. Why? Are you mourning the loss of somebody?
No. The blackout helmets on Philly Sunday night.
I thought you was talking about something important.
Nope. Not at all. Just
by any question, did you pull up the promo going on this Friday?
I can. Hold on here 1 second. Let them know who it's brought to you by.
All right, so I'll run my mouth for a little bit. So we got
Just
new
really quick.
promos for it's Black Friday. You always got little promo deals. Everybody's got something going on, and it's no different for some of our people as well. So Revved Up Ridiculous. This is what a second we like to tell you about some ridiculous, but we don't have any ridiculousness right now. But we have some awesome deals coming for Revved Up Ridiculousness, brought to you by Revved Up Tattoos. When it comes to body ink, go somewhere where quality work and you feel comfortable. Great place. I got my stuff done there. Dan's got some stuff done there. My daughter's got some stuff done there. Awesome atmosphere, awesome peaceful. Get in there and get your shit done. And he's got a promo deal for Black Friday.
Yes, the Revved Up Your Christmas and get when you give. I'm sorry, I can't read this. I need my glasses. For every $100 you buy in gift cards, you'll get $50 for free. To purchase, email revveduptattoos@gmail.com. Include your name and how much you would like to purchase. Please allow 24 to 72 hours for a response. Gift card purchases can be done and sent electronically. Gift cards are valid for 1 year from purchase date. Gift cards valid for services with Rev. That's right. 317-537-2666. Oh, they missed it. I think it's 7, isn't it? 2667. The number, yeah. 2667.
It should be on this thing going across the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. It's not going. It's not where. It's not. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it is. There it is. It's coming.
It's 2667.
Thank you. There you go.
317-537-2667.
There you go. Bam. Pow.
We heard terrible.
Hey, this is what happens when I drink on the show, and the reason I'm drinking tonight, is not only because it's Thanksgiving Day Eve. It segues into our next part. What?
What? I said, talk to the people. You said it's not only. I was doing my black church thing.
I got you now. It's not only because it's Thanksgiving Day Eve. It's because these wonderful segues into the what's poppin' in the NCAA. We're going to get to the rankings here shortly, but right now, What's popping around the NCAA? Brought to you by What's Poppin' Corn Snacks. Check out the best gourmet popcorn around and make it your own with custom labeling. Go to What's Poppin' Corn Snacks today. Here we are, folks. College football season is
Hey, it's one of
coming.
those shows today. You're gonna have to bear with us today, folks. It's one of those days. It's one of those shows.
Yeah.
Dan's got the cream ale. I got the white Russians. Hey man, we out here today.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Comes to an end. The NCAA football season is coming to a close with rivalry week coming up this weekend. Big games across the league. Let's talk about some of the wins and setbacks of this past weekend because there were a few that got a little ass whooping.
Well, yeah, there were some things that went along. Let's see, the top four pretty much didn't overwhelm anybody, but they just basically handled business. Georgia, I don't want to say they had issues like I would say Michigan and TCU. Ohio State didn't look overly impressive with Maryland. I mean, it
Right.
was just basically the top four trying to just get things done to prepare. Ohio State and Michigan both look like they're getting ready next week. The injury to Corum scared a whole lot of fucking people.
Mm-hmm. That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah. I wasn't really all that confident when he came back out in the second half and he ran the ball for 8 yards and then left. But I understood what Jim was doing. I mean, we should have enough talent to get through this. But apparently, good teams win ugly. TCU win here. So I think it was a good showing. Not a good showing, but it was a good showing as in good teams win ugly. So,
You got
but
to.
then you
gotta
had
grind it
Tennessee.
out. And then gets smacked across the jaw by the Gamecocks. Eesh.
They were a little cocky.
Eesh. Nathaniel's got a question for the one. Update on Quorum. You in?
Oh yeah, he's playing.
He's playing.
No
He's not gonna
structural
miss the game.
damage. No, he's not missing the game, man. He's like, I've been on a couple feeds. I haven't heard a whole bunch of anything, but I'm going to tell you like this. This is pretty much his last year at Michigan because he's not coming back next year. This is last year. This is the game. This is him trying to play for the Heisman because his name is back in the Heisman. Even though he got hurt, he still got his 100 yards before he got hurt. So he is still in the Heisman. And this State, you know what I'm saying? It's like they want to prove that last year was not a fluke. It was not because of COVID hangover and injuries or whatever. So he's playing, and Donovan Edwards is playing too, just to be on your up and up. And I can't shoot him. I forgot what the tight end's name is. I can't say it. It's a funny name, but he should be playing. Hall should be playing as well. So
That's so funny.
Good to go. No, because I was thinking of my tight end for the Steelers. So I almost got a mixed up.
Oh, Big Ben.
But,
in the
yeah.
house. What's up, Big Ben?
What up, bro?
All right.
So,
All right, well,
but yeah, Tennessee looked
mentioned-
bad,
yeah,
and Tennessee was.
No,
Yeah,
go ahead.
was
That's
getting
what I was
spanked.
saying, yeah.
Tennessee was getting spanked before Hooker got hurt. So we can't sit there and say it was Hooker's ACL injury, which sucks because he's done for the year, which puts him out of the Heisman as well. But they were getting ran up and down the field before he got hurt. So that's a bad look for Tennessee, man. It was just like they're crumbling, man. They're crumbling. They're crumbling fast. Like Outcast said, they're crumbling herb.
Well, and they're getting smoked just like the herb then, because South Carolina came in and said, "Nope, that's not happening." God, I'm trying to hold off on this, and I'm going to hold off because it's part of the rankings talk. So I'm going to move on away from Tennessee at the moment. Another big loss is Utah, because I still had them, possibly sliding somewhere because the Pac-12 championship. But nope, that didn't happen. Then you got Bama, who I'll get to in a little bit, and who the fuck cares who they smashed because it didn't really matter at all what team name they played. That's a given game, and I'm so tired of seeing it.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at, and I agree. There is a little bit of stroking of the SEC in certain issues that it shouldn't be. I know where you're going, and I understand where you're going. Um, I'm so Arizona. I mean, well, Utah right now to me is like the Arizona Cardinals. I'm tired of putting
Yes.
logs in your cabin, and you just keep throwing my shit out the window. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm over it. Like I picked Utah at the beginning of the year. You just been shitting on me all year. So hell no, I didn't pick Utah.
Mm, mm,
Yeah. So
On
and yeah,
another
with
note,
Alabama, they're just going to continue to put Alabama there because obviously Nick Saban has some back end money in the NCAA, whatever.
all right, bro. All right, you're segueing so nicely right there, and I can't help but to dive in. Okay, I'm diving way in. LSU plays University of Alabama Birmingham and smashes them. Alabama plays, don't even remember who they played. They smashed them. And you look at the teams that are sitting there past the top four. First mistake. How in the hell does LSU stay in the fifth spot? And this is a Notre Dame fan talking for one. Let me make sure everybody understands that part. LSU is sitting at 5 when they just beat University of Alabama Birmingham. Sorry. Southern Cal, on the other hand, just beat a top-ranked team, and they have a better overall schedule this year, in my opinion. How in the hell is this happening, folks? This is ridiculous. And why in the hell is Alabama so high up still at 7? I'm sorry, they should not be. I'm going to say it as well. We'll have a blog coming out from the source. He did send it to me. I was going to read it here, but it's kind of sort of something like this. But he does not mention this much in it. I'm going to mention it. No love for the Big Ten past Ohio State and Michigan. I'm sorry, you played both of the top 2 and 3 teams, got waxed, but you're handling business everywhere else, and you're snubbed out of the top 10. Behind these so-called best teams in Tennessee, Alabama, Clemson. Come on. Come on, man.
To 100% piggyback, ride your coattails, whatever metaphor that I can come up with that says I'm lassoing up and riding the wave with you. This is utter bullshit. Outside the top 4, I think it's crap. One, I think USC obviously should be ahead of LSU. One, by simple mathematics, they've only lost 1 game, and they are a Power 5 conference. So they should automatically be ahead of the 2-loss LSU. LSU, your Alabama win actually at this point actually means absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? It means absolutely nothing. So I don't understand why you're getting so much love to to LSU. Now, again, we're gonna talk about Alabama like it is. Like I said it just a few seconds ago. What about Nick Saban obviously has money coming in the back end for them to continue to be in this conversation where in some slightest of a scenario, they slide Alabama in there if somebody was to actually lose, say Georgia and Ohio State lose. You know, they're going to try to find a way to slide Alabama up in that conversation as a 2-loss team will be the first 2-loss team in the college football playoff, which is absolutely crap. This team is not very good. They're not one of the top 10 teams in the country, and it's been proven this season. So, and then you come down to who's next? It'll be Penn State, like I understand his gripe. I understand the gripe. Outside of Michigan, Ohio State, yeah, the Big Ten is not getting a whole lot of love. But Penn State should be getting love because they are handling their business. They're not looking like Michigan State getting blown out by IU and then turn around and having 7 kids suspended because they were, being brought up on charges, one felony charges for some dumb shit in the tunnel. And I'll have something to say about that comment on the
One's
feed.
up.
Yeah, on the feed about what goes on in a tunnel because this is not a normal thing that goes on in a tunnel. It happened 2 weeks in a row. So we're not going to sit here and talk about like this is a repeating thing of what goes on in the tunnel because it's most of these schools have class and they go in and out of the tunnel for 50 years. You know what I'm saying? In and out the tunnel. 2 games in a row. No, we're not going to sit there and say there's a problem in and out of the tunnel. We need to dig a new tunnel. Stop it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think Penn State is getting a raw deal. You should still be above Tennessee, flat out. Period.
Yeah, I mean, look at the ass whooping Tennessee took. I mean, this
Like,
wasn't just a close game. This
whipped
was, this was a complete ass whooping the whole game.
by a non-ranked team.
Game, exactly, by a non-ranked team. Same thing happened to Clemson when Notre Dame beat them as a non-ranked team. I can see Clemson being in the top 10 itself. I can't see Clemson being at 8, maybe 10, but I don't see them being at 8.
Yeah, I can put Penn State at 8. I can put Clemson at 10, and I'll put
Oregon
Tennessee at 11.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with
you. Know what I mean? And the only reason why, because if Hooker wasn't hurt, I'd put Tennessee at 9.
Yeah, but he's not coming back, and they're gonna.
So they go to 11.
Yeah, they're gonna get dog walked. I don't think that team has it in them anymore. They have lost every bit of anything that they had.
Yeah. So they'll get a decent bowl game, and maybe the 3 weeks off, they'll figure it out. But yeah. So it's all about them. It's all about them 4 teams right there, right now. And the outside chance of USC, even though they don't want to put them in the rankings, USC, boy, this game is huge this weekend. We'll get to that division.
Yeah, we'll get to that game actually in a minute, but let's talk about these matchups really quick that's coming up. Not necessarily our pick games, but overall in the top 10. You know, you got Georgia at home against Georgia Tech. Don't see anything much happening there. That's kind of like a pregame in the NFL or a preseason game in the NFL. You're just getting ready for the SEC title game. Ohio State at home, the Horseshoe against Michigan. That game is obviously game number 1 of the week. We know that. We're going to be picking on that here shortly. TCU has Iowa
the injury
State
report. The injury report on both sides of that game is what everybody's paying attention to.
Yep, absolutely.
Like everybody's paying attention to the injury report on that game. Like that game is huge.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. I bet we're gonna ask somebody here in a little bit how much money's writing on that game, and we'll find out how big that betting is. TCU has Iowa State at home. Iowa State's nothing much to worry about usually, but we're talking about rivalry week. Anything could happen. LSU goes to Texas A&M. That right there could be one of the sleepers of the week where Texas A&M knocks LSU out and says, "Bye gone."
I would love to agree with you on that, but I'm going to lead course you and be like, there's not so fast. Like Jimbo Fisher is like on his way out. So this is almost a must-win game for them. And I don't think they're going to come. I don't think they're going to pull the strings, bro. I think he would. I think Jimbo Fisher is out of there, man.
We just heard Lane Kiffin is leaving Ole Miss and going to Auburn. There's who knows what could happen. We talk about these coaches leaving all the time.
Hey, bro, Auburn's here. I hate Lane Kiffin with a passion, but he's going to make Auburn relevant again.
Is he there now? Is he their coach
He's
now?
at Old.
Like,
I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna. Well, if they got one game left on the season and a bowl game, and you announce it now, it's probably he's there now. Which
okay,
is, I
so if
think, is
that's
bullshit.
so,
You should have
I
kept that under
agree
wraps.
wholeheartedly. Yep.
Yeah, you should have kept that under
Absolutely.
wraps,
Yep.
and then deal with it either before the bowl game or after the bowl game. But
Yep.
I think that's just bullshit because it sucks for the kids. It hurts the kids at Ole Miss.
I don't agree with any coach, honestly, leaving during the middle of the season or until after their bowl game. If you make it to a bowl game, you should play it out. It's just like playing the season out, but that's my opinion only.
I
But
100% agree with you. Fucking LSU's coach, you stupid.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah,
but
that
whatever.
guy.
I'm with you. Yeah.
Alabama, okay? Alabama goes to Auburn. So who knows what's going to happen in that game? Alabama, we've obviously seen can be beaten. Or I'm sorry, they're not at Auburn. It's at Alabama, that one. Clemson
It
is
ain't
at
gonna be this
home.
Auburn team.
No. Clemson at home against South Carolina. What's going to happen in that game? Then you got Oregon.
Do you think
at
Ratliff is gonna have the same kind of game?
Mississippi.
Do you think Ratliff is gonna have the same kind of game he had against Tennessee, against Clemson? I mean, real talk, I'm not a big fan of Clemson right now. But do you really think that he's gonna have back-to-back games? Because when he like a transfer from like Nebraska or some shit?
All I'm going to say is it would be funny as hell to see that happen.
I would love it. It would make me
Hell
really
yeah.
happy. Because
Hell
that
yeah.
further helps two teams from the Big Ten.
It does. It does. Really quick, Oregon goes to state rival Oregon State. Anything could happen in that matchup we've seen. Number 10, Tennessee goes to Vanderbilt. Tennessee's done. Hooker's out. Game number 2 of the week. I skipped it for a reason. Southern Cal hosting the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. 5-point spread on the game. A lot riding on this game for Southern Cal. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but an outside source you're looking in, Notre Dame's chomping at the bits because if we beat them, we're going to a top bowl game for sure. New Year's Day bowl probably. They have a lot riding on it.
You're in the New Year's Six Bowl.
Oh yeah, but Southern
you
Cal
win that.
has
You win that. You're a New Year's
everything.
Six.
I agree, but Southern Cal has everything to lose in this game. And I would love for the Irish to be the ones to say "ha ha" to the condoms.
Hey, just look at this. Let's just look at this for a minute. Let's look at Lincoln Riley, right? You were making Oklahoma relevant. You were making Oklahoma like nice. You had back-to-back Heisman Trophy winners. You know what I'm saying? So you up and jump ship and you leave Oklahoma and you go to sunny beaches in Southern California where, you know what I mean, it's just condoms everywhere. You know what I mean? So, and you're one game. You know what I'm saying? 10-1, bro. He's 10-1 in his first year. And you got like half your team is the transfer portal. How do you bring those kind of men to the young men together like that to put on that display? Because let's forget it. The Pac-12 is not no shabby ass conference. As much as we like to talk about it, Utah is no joke. Oregon is no joke. UCLA is no joke. If you ain't paying attention, Washington will stomp your ass. If you ain't paying attention, Oregon State will slip up and get you. So, hey man, USC is real, and it's good to see USC back, Notre Dame back, Michigan back. It's good to see those teams back. Penn State is just outside looking in. So a lot of those old schools that were just washed out by the SEC are making their names relevant again. So man, college football is going to be exciting. Woo!
And
What a
Let's not
weekend.
forget that the college football video game comes back next summer. Probably
I'm
August,
on
I
it.
guess.
I'm on it. Let's
Oh,
go. We could have
absolutely.
we can have a
Absolutely.
BW Sports One NCAA tournament.
Oh, you bet your sweet ass I'm ready for that. Oh, I
We putting
can't
that shit
wait.
on YouTube. It's on
Oh
the
yeah.
YouTube channel. Let's
Yeah.
get it.
Tommy Boy gonna do all the you guys can do the announcing. I'll try to win.
I mean, I'm playing I'm playing and announcing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we can do that. That's a lot
We can
easier to
do
do
it.
than like something live.
3-person. We can do it in first person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Do we got some fantasy updates this week?
No fantasy updates. They took the week off. Happy Thanksgiving from the boys at Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. Check them out on all social media platforms and YouTube.
Yeah, check him out on especially on TikTok when he does his daily things for
Yes.
when Dot does the dailies. I've been on those. So, and I don't even play fantasy. I just be all over it like that. You know, what I mean, it helps me with my picks for the week,
I,
even though
I
I'm
think
still
we got
500.
I think we got 2 more games in the regular season, and I'm tied with first in my division. And Tommy Boy, I think he's like treading water in the other division.
That's man, I can't do it. That's too much to deal with.
I only play
All
one
right,
league.
so I guess we're gonna jump right in. All right, we're jumping into the NFL then, and we'll catch our numbers guy as we get closer to the picks. I see that Sun King ringing bell, bro.
Mm-hmm. It's tasty. I told Zach I was drinking tonight on the show.
Tasty.
Two reasons: Thanksgiving Day Eve, and this godforsaken college ranking bullshit.
Well, Zach is probably having him a drink himself. You know, an old sangarita or something.
That's funny.
Oh,
No,
wine spritzer.
he's got them Modelo's over there, Modelo, and I think Miller Lite, Bud Light, Miller Lite.
Yes,
something over there, yeah.
Modelo's Negro. Modelo's
It's
Negro. I
good.
can get down with that.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. All right, so I guess we're in the NFL, the NFL headlines and pin or punt.
Let's do it.
Hell, I don't remember all the shit that I had written down. God darn it.
There was not, the last
yes,
thing
Monday
I
Night
saw
Football.
was everything for the first 3.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I think I might have. I don't know. You could be right. I might have threw some in there with the Vikings and Dallas, and I don't know them boys. I think I might have said something about them boys. Well, who knows?
I
don't know. But Monday Night Football was in Mexico. I know this is an irrelevant point, and obviously you said who cares.
You said that, but, I was like, who cares?
But this could be one of the things I know that you don't like about NFL expansions outside of the continental United States. But I think this is one reason. This is one debut that showed that you could have an expansion in the NFL. I know the NBA. This is where they link together because the NBA has done it twice in Canada. And I know that they have jumped to Mexico City has jumped to the top of the list, even over Vegas and Seattle for the next NBA expansion. And why not a good space for the NBA and even eventually the NFL in Mexico City being the 3rd largest city in the world, having 8 million people. Look, that's a big market. That's a really big market. So I thought the game well. I thought the fans responded well. I think it's something that both leagues, maybe even the MLB, should as well as dipping into Mexico for professional sports.
Well, my only gripe about the whole expansion would be overseas. I am fine. I agree with that, taking it into Mexico or Canada, the NFL into Mexico, into Canada. Like you said, the NBA does have, Toronto, and it did have Vancouver and all that. I'm totally with that. I'm fine with that. At least you're still in the continent for one, but the more so the time zones. I mean, you're not, even if you played a game in Hawaii, when they go in college, they play a game in Hawaii, they're 5 hours away, 5 hours behind over here. So that's kind of pushing it. And then you go overseas for about 8 hours or so
Right.
or more. That's really pushing it. And I just think it could be continuously be a safety issue for these. Now, Mexico City, perfect. I absolutely agree with the expansion there because, like you said, it is 8 million people. It is a big market. They do like a couple of the NFL teams, more so, the Raiders and the Niners for the most part. But, it's still that time zone thing. And they're in the continent. I'm good with.
And the altitude would be no different in Denver.
Right. Yep. True.
So yeah, who knows? Awesome. Let's keep it moving. Vikings and Jets return natural form. Yeah, there was a couple things about the Jets on there with their coach and Zach Wilson and all that shit.
Oh, see, I didn't see any of that. I swear I didn't. We're having gremlins.
I mean, they got
in our
secret
notes now,
meetings
folks.
at the Jets.
Yeah. Well,
We've
what's his
been
name's
having
not playing. Wilson's not. Yeah, Wilson's not playing. They just made that known.
Nope.
Relatively. When today, wasn't it?
A couple hours ago.
Yeah. Zach Wilson's not playing. Vikings, man. Vikings have a hell of a. They got a hell of a team. I'm gonna say that. They are in a very weak division. People said that about Philly or Dallas. Let's say Dallas last year. They said, "Oh, the NFC East is weak division." Now people are you look at the NFC North and it's a weak division. You have the Packers who are sliding off. You have Detroit who's coming up, and you have Chicago who just can't get their head out of their ass to figure out what they're supposed to be doing. But the Vikings are stepping up. Jets, Jets, baby.
Yeah, that's a bad way to lose, man.
Mm-hmm.
One, you got the first off, you got to get on the. You got to put that thing in the end zone, bro. You got to put the ball in the end zone. When you kick it off, you got to put it in the end zone. Mm-hmm. And bro, listen, special teams, you got to make a tackle. You know what I mean? The game's
you
on
should
the line.
not allow
you got to make
somebody
a tackle.
No, you should not allow somebody to run 80 some plus yards on your team with 11 players trying to tackle them. I'm sorry, that should never happen. I love it when I see it because it's awesome. But no, not in the no.
Yeah, not in the NFL. That's some college shit. Rocket Ishmael, Notre Dame.
Right.
That's some college shit. That's shit don't happen in the NFL. So, yeah, that's a bad loss for them. So, and then the Vikings, man, I don't know. It's like when the spotlight finally, like, they've been quiet, underrated. Nobody's talking about Jefferson and Cousins and Dalvin Cook, who came back. You know what I'm saying? No one's talking about it, but now you were 8-1. Everybody was all in your spotlight. Everybody was talking about you, and you've underperformed the last 2 weeks. So it's almost like what Aaron Rodgers would say, the same old Vikings, the same old NFC North. But the only difference is Green Bay, you suck worse than everybody else.
Yeah, you looking up now. You're not at the top of the heap.
Right. So I think the Vikings have a chance to turn around. Not so sure about the Jets because the Patriots have such a psychological advantage over them. And yeah. So yeah. And then you don't have a quarterback. So
Flacco, right?
Dan, do you have concerns as the Eagles? Oh, okay.
Are you saying okay on the Flacco thing? Yeah.
Yes, 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 I have.
Okay. Do I have concerns on the Eagles? No. And I'll tell you why. Our
Yes,
defensive
tell me.
line is getting healthier. We added two big additions to that defensive line, and they handled their business in their debut in the green and silver. Um, Jalen Hurts, honestly, you can't deny his agility out there on the field. His knowledge of the game, even I mean, is growing, and I don't see how he's not MVP number top candidate right now. And that's not being biased. That's just watching his games. I mean, he had his first comeback drive of his career. Okay, let me tell you what I was going to say earlier. Everybody's saying, "Oh, but it
Tell
was the
me.
Colts.
Tell me.
It was the Colts. You beat a team that you should have killed by 1 point. Blah, 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 blah." Let me tell you something, people. This is not the
Tell us.
NCAA. This is not college football. This is not the league where everybody should be is giving you rankings based on how bad you dominate a shit poor team. This is called the pros. I don't give a shit if it's 1 point, 10 points, 100 points. In the NFL, a win is all that matters to get you moving forward to where you need to be. And regardless of how bad it looks, like we said earlier, good teams struggle and fight back to pull out victories in shit games. Not saying we looked the greatest. Absolutely not. Was a little worried when we got that fumble from him, and 2 plays later, A.J. Brown puts it on the ground and they get it back with 5 minutes to go in the game. Yes, I was a little nervous, but you know what? I watched that team come through adversity like no other this week and pulled out the victory. Now, if that wasn't overly done, I don't know what else could be.
that was that was great to get our shots in at adversity. That was awesome. Listen, I would have a little bit concern, not a concern where I would be like, okay, let's how we break down concern. I would be like 20% concerned, not a over 50% concern like this can derail their season or anything like that. 20% concerned because you have back-to-back weeks that you um struggled against teams of inferior talent. You know what I mean? It could be due to the Ertz not being there, which I think has a lot to do with it because the tight end opens up a lot of field for Jalen Hurts. That could be the issue. But I would have a little concern, but I'm not worried. Does that make sense?
I'm
I
just
mean, I'm not
intrigued.
worried. I mean, because I mean, Donovan Sue, bro, I texted you. I texted you. I said, really? Adonai Sue? That almost as soon as and he played well on what 3 days practice, half a playbook. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wouldn't be too much worried about it. Concerned for the fact that you need to play better against
Mhm.
inferior talent. You know what I mean? But good teams find a way to win ugly games.
Let me address one
And
comment
Saturdays
real
got
quick.
their boys playing inspired.
Yeah, I mean, hey, go for it Saturday. Let me bring this comment back up. Golf, Cousins, Wentz, Lawrence, Murray without Hopkins, Pickett, Davis, Mills, Heineke, Ryan. Just a list of quarterbacks your stellar team has played. Hey, guess what? Again, NFL. Don't give a shit who we beat. I don't care how bad or how not bad we beat them. As long as we keep winning, that's what brings a Super Bowl, just like it did in 2017. We may not have played all the badass teams, but you know what? We won. So ha. Sorry, David.
Here's the difference.
I'm
This is
sitting
why I
back
don't
now.
like. No, you're good. This is the reason why I don't like that. I don't like that for the simple fact that you're diminishing these people as professional athletes. You know what I mean? It's like I don't like the conversation back a couple years ago when Alabama was so great. Alabama could beat the Detroit Lions. Alabama could do. No, they can't. These are professionals. These are guys that get paid to play. Regardless if you, hey, let me ask you a question. What do you call the person who finishes last in medical school?
Doctor.
All right, so let's move it on. Dallas. But you get my point there, you know what I'm saying? These
Oh, I
guys are
do, yeah.
professionals.
Yeah.
You know,
I
a
mean,
professional, you
it's
see
not
a team that you
college.
think is gonna go 0-16 and they win that one game. This ain't college, but
Yep.
these guys are professionals.
And I don't
So
think
if
I
you
ever
slip
said
up one
anything
day,
about Philadelphia winning, going undefeated either. I know, again, this is the pros. This is not college. It's going to happen. I'm glad it went against Washington instead of Indianapolis when I was here because y'all say about, oh, you lost to Washington. It's the second time we played them.
hey, is Washington? I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking. Is Washington's record better than the Colts?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. No, now is Dallas back, or after that ass whooping they delivered to the Vikings? Should we be saying that Dallas is the second best team in the NFC, or we should still talking about the Vikings?
I mean, this is going to hurt me. But I think Dallas does have a team that I would definitely watch out for. I mean, we got to play them one more time. It's going to be on Christmas Eve. I can't wait for that game. But they play New York tomorrow, and that should be a good game. We'll see. We picked tomorrow's games here in a little bit. We'll talk about those. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to say that Dallas isn't the number two. They're the best number two out there.
Awesome. I don't want to go jump in on the thing and say they're back. You know what I mean? I think they're still a quality team. I still picked them. I did pick them to win the division. And I mean, it kind of makes it a little more interesting going down the stretch with them playing a little better. Everybody's starting to get a little healthier, and you start to see things with Dallas. So, and again, they started leaning on the defense, and Dak is starting not to turn the ball over as much. So, Dallas is going to be somewhere that the Eagles are going to have to deal with here in the future. So back, no, relevant, yes.
Fair enough.
NFC will get 3 teams in the playoffs. NFC East.
Pin it. Pun it. I think we had this up on the board a few weeks ago too.
And we still got like 5 games, 6 games. So I'm gonna pin it. I'm gonna pin it. I think the Giants will do it. I think the Giants will be that third team. I think the Giants will be like the last wild card in the NFC. Tampa Bay will be, because Tampa Bay is going to end up winning their division. Oh yeah, I think the Giants are going to be the third team in the NFC.
Yeah, because we actually play them our last game of the season, and that may be one that doesn't matter to us.
Yeah,
that could be one that it's like
I can very well see that.
Yeah, rest up because we get 2 weeks of rest, and
yeah, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, that could be the win that they need to get into the playoffs as a wild card, and it could happen. It could happen.
Yeah, I just want to know Dallas, and I just want to tell Dallas and Vikings fans, please don't slip on San Francisco. Please don't slip on San Francisco.
Yep.
Just saying. The AFC East. The AFC East will get 3 teams in the playoffs. No.
Yeah, I mean that's a total punt it right there, right? That's like 4th and
Yeah, it's a
27
total punt.
punting
Yeah,
it.
I'm
Okay.
punting. Like that's 4th and 1, and I'm punting. 4th and inches on my 30, and I'm punting. No, on 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 the
Almost.
opposite team's 30. Like I can
I got
kick a what is that, a 42-yard field goal, and I'm punting.
I'm still punting. Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to give it just the tip because I think Miami and Buffalo can definitely pull it out. And now we're seeing, the Jets kind of where they're going, but we're also at the same time seeing the wonderful Patriots kind of sneaking around doing their thing, and who knows? So I'm going to give it just the tip.
Just a tip, folks. Just a tip. All right, my good man. As we roll down our here with people on what is this thing called? Thanksgiving Eve. I'm babysitting my White Russian because there's plenty of more Grey Goose to go downstairs. I
Probably
got
not the
one
first
turkey in
grade.
the
It's probably not the first one you've had.
no, not at all. Not at all. I got one turkey in the brine. I got another turkey that I need to spatchcock.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's when you take the spine out and you pop that
Mhm,
wishbone, lay it out flat. Yeah, all that's just going on
mhm.
the smoker. So,
Ooh,
yeah,
that sounds good, man.
yeah, I just do,
Oof, that
man. The
sounds.
one kitchen. We in here,
Get
dog.
them, get them, get them.
All right, so let's get to these games, man.
Let's
That's
do it.
where we're at. We're at these games, or
Let's do it.
are we supposed to do elite performance?
No, we're gonna
Do
do that.
what?
We're gonna end that. We're gonna end that. We're gonna end the show with the elite performance one. Yeah.
Good. Okay, so we're going to games. So that'll mean that we're doing betting the odds and BW Sports Stock Sport picks of the week, which
There you
gives
go.
us this at the bottom.
That's right. Betting the odds brought to you by mybookie.ag
Maybe
and
because it keeps saying,
Docs. What? Doc Sports Picks. Go to
yeah, I don't know.
mybookie.ag. Use BWS100 for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 and text BW Sports to 29022 for your free book or betting book worth $60. There we go.
And there you go. That's how we
What's
do
the
it. So,
what's the network look like now? Because I had a not so stellar week in my picks. Oh man,
maybe there we go. That's where I'm back to 500, baby.
he's making it happen.
Wakanda forever.
He's making it happen, and Tommy Boy slides in the top spot alone after him and I have been tied for I think the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. It was the NFC at the top, last
Mhm.
couple weeks.
Well,
So
it's still the NFC at the top. I mean, look, you
yeah,
got the Cowboy fan, and then three three Philly fans right there on his tail. So
it doesn't help that half of the panel makes up the NFC East. So
I know we just need a Giants fan and a Redskin. I'm sorry, Washington Commanders fan.
I don't
Oops.
know any Giants fans. I don't know any Giants
Ah
fans.
man, can't think of one. Can't think of any Washington
I
fans
don't know.
either.
So, but here we go.
The game.
First game of the week in the NCAA is the game.
I don't
You
know
got
about
number
that.
3 Michigan left.
I
It
don't know
is
about
the
that, but I'll
game.
go with that. The game, yes. I
Yes.
don't know about the greatest rivalry in college football, but
We
okay.
already know how it goes down. You got number 3 Michigan 11-0 going at number 2 Ohio State at 11-0. This is probably the first time in a long time that they've matched up undefeated with national championships.
Contention.
Yes, on the line. So This is going to be an absolute slobber knocker, old school, new school, Big Ten kind of way. You might see some Charles Woodson and Boston kind of helmet type of grabbing type stuff. You know what I mean? This is going to
Oh,
get
it's gonna get nasty.
woo. This is
It's
going
gonna
to be
get.
nice.
It's
Said
gonna
because,
be down and dirty.
and we all know that whoever wins this game is going to smash Purdue on the other end. So,
Yeah,
this is what the panel thinks.
pretty split. Pretty split.
Looks
I don't know
pretty split. I see Morm done stayed true to form
this time.
this time.
I
So
think it's gonna
also,
be a
this is
damn
gonna be
good game, man. Good luck, brother.
yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna come down to it's not gonna be the offense. It's gonna come down to
Defense.
defense. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because you got two outstanding running games, and you got injuries on both sides. Both Ohio State running backs have been banged up. A couple of them haven't played. One went out a couple weeks ago. Michigan, you had Donovan Edwards not play the last two games. You got Quorum getting banged up the week last week. So it's going to be a pretty good game. It's going to be a traditional excuse me. It's going to be a traditional Michigan, Ohio State kind of classic game. It's going to be in the shithole, the toilet bowl that they call the horseshoe. It's going to be excellent. So there you go. Let's go get it. Ooh, go blue. You see how we rocking.
There we go.
We channeling my Desmond Howard, bro.
You better do that Heisman.
Look at the man boobs. Sorry, PDF. Next game up, we got the old Oaken Bucket. We got the Purdue Boilermakers 7-4, sitting at top of the Big Ten West, going against IU 4-7, 3:30 Eastern Big Ten Network. Hey, bro, I was so happy that I picked Purdue to win the Big Ten West at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
They laughed at me. They laughed.
Kinda. Kinda did. Not gonna lie. Yep. But this game right here shouldn't
I
be.
know IU beat the shit out of Michigan State last week.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, I'm agreeing. You know, they just whooped Michigan State last week, but Michigan State's not Purdue. Michigan State doesn't bring that rivalry to the state of Indiana like Purdue will. Even though it's at Bloomington, it's a blackout across Bloomington's campus on Saturday.
Hey man, this is for the old Oaken Bucket. I don't even know what's in the old Oaken Bucket, where the old Oaken Bucket came from, but I know it's Purdue and it's Indiana, and it don't get no bigger than anything Purdue in Indiana in the state of Indiana. And I'm going Boilermakers all the way.
Yep, not denying that one. Sorry, IU.
And so we go with another game that has to do with a trophy of some sort. This is the old, what is this? The jeweled shillelagh?
The jeweled shillelagh.
I want a shillelagh.
I do too. It's the leprechaun like shillelagh, like the walking stick, quote unquote, of the leprechaun. It's pinned with the winner's logo on it, branded out. This right here, folks, is probably, if not the greatest, very tied or close second greatest game rivalry in college football. The Fighting Irish are going to the stank ass LA of Southern Cal. And what are we going to do, Taman?
This is what we're gonna do, bro. I ride with you.
That's right. Wow, Sean, you asshole. He picks against the Irish just like I picked against the Irish against Clemson. And I hope that right there bites you in the ass, my friend, along with all those other condoms on the screen. I hope the Fighting Irish pull those Jimmy hats back and have fun.
Listen, bro. I'm gonna be real and 100% honest with you. This was the last, like I had all of my games written in. except for this one. This is the last game I filled in because I was like, all right, I really want to go for these gold dovers, you know what I mean? Because they always find a way to pull some magic out with the Golden Dome. But I'm like, oh, this game is in Southern California. So I gotta go with the home team when it comes to these two guys. And then I'm looking at my picks. I'm like, man, damn with Michigan. I gotta go with the Golden Dovers because my guy went with the winged helmets. So that's where we're at. The Golden Dovers. Take them out, man. This is such a huge game for both programs. One, Notre Dame recruiting on the West Coast, and two, USC to restore themselves back to, the USC glory that we're used to seeing. And it goes both for both programs, man. This is such a huge game, but outside of just this particular game, this is future for these two games programs. They recruit the same kids, all those type of things. So, yeah, I'm golden numbers, bro.
I'm going with you, brother. I'm going with you.
All right, so hey, I figured we do all of our games this week for NFL, all three of the Turkey Day games. So
There we
we
go.
add a little turkey extras to our our video footage this week.
Gobble gobble.
So we got the Bills and Lions as the first game up. Bills winning but struggling. Lions losing but looking really good doing it.
And it's kind of a home game for the Buffalo Bills this week too, because they just took the L there at that stadium last week. I just don't see them losing 2 weeks in a row at the same stadium that they were forced to play at.
Hey, I would love to go with you, but the Lions play every
Wow.
year on Thanksgiving. So I'm going with Lions.
All right, folks.
Because the Buffalo Bills are going to be shitty because they have to play on Thanksgiving. So I'm going with the
That's like picking a horse by the color of it or the color of its sash.
and I do that. All right, game two. You're gonna play
Big
with your
game.
NFC East. You're talking about that third possible team in the Giants headed down to Cowboy Stadium and gobble gobble. 4:30's tip off on Fox.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I have nothing else to say. I think it's going to be a good game. Can't wait to be watching them tear each other's up while I'm tearing into that turkey. I just think that the 1 star will be enough this week.
It should be. There's just teams I don't. Wow. There's just teams I don't bet against on certain days. Lions on Thanksgiving, Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Mm,
Yeah. So that's what I got.
all right. We'll
All
get to
right.
a certain game on Thanksgiving here shortly.
And the last game of the week, which is the third game of Turkey Day, Patriots and Vikings.
Talking about the NFC, man. The speculated number 2 team in the conference, Minnesota. Are they going to pull it out against those pesky Patriots? Most of us think they are.
Not.
We
No,
said
just playing.
Minnesota, right? I was going to say we
Minnesota,
picked
yeah.
Minnesota, yeah.
Yeah.
Except for
Yeah,
Tua.
I'm not feeling the Patriots, bro.
Not in this game.
No, not at all. So there you have it. Those are our picks for this week.
All right.
NCAA and the Turkey Day games.
There we go.
There was actually some other games that were actually pretty good, but it's
Yep.
Turkey Day, man. So you couldn't do nothing else but the Turkey Day games.
Yeah, we had to go with that. And then we got a little double action here tonight for our elite performance question of the week. We got a double question going out here this week. Damon, do you have the really good one, and I'll do the follow up one.
He said the really good one. Let me get
Yes.
I think I might have one for you. Maybe I got to go through a couple slides.
Oh, I know I saw it earlier.
You
Elite
did. It was at the
Performance, where the
beginning.
dream of elite fitness becomes reality. Call 765-499-1005 today or go to eliteptindy.com and sign up for your scheduling, or yeah, you sign up for your next elite performance training.
That's not the right one. Dang it.
Oh boy. The
No, that's
EP
the right
question
one.
of the week. Yes. What is your favorite or one of your favorite Thanksgiving football memories? Damon, I'm going to let you go first. I got one I'll never forget.
He said one. Hey man, mine isn't just one particular event. It was just a cumulative of years. You know what I mean? Like growing up, being a church family, growing up in the church, you know what I'm saying, in the black community, you didn't do a whole lot of holidays where you didn't spend majority of the day in church. But Thanksgiving was one of those days that football kind of trumped it. You know what I mean? So we got to just to sit. I didn't care who was on, if it was the stinking ass Cowboys or the Lions. It was just that the family was together and we got to watch football as a family. So that was what my memories were. It was a cumulative of memories.
You know, I would agree with that. You know, remembering going over to my grandparents' house. Young kids these days, just like we did at a young age, didn't really care. We gotta go to grandma and grandpa's house. And you look back at it now, and we don't have them anymore, and it's like, damn, those were fun times. I do appreciate and definitely have those memories. But of course, this memory is always going to stick in my mind. Before I get to that one, I'll never forget seeing, and it was unfortunate he was in a Green Bay Packers jersey at this time, but seeing Reggie White being interviewed, smashing on that big ass turkey leg. Oh man,
Yes.
just seeing it was just awesome. The Reverend. That was my guy. It was one of the guys that made me a Philadelphia Eagles fan. But speaking of the Eagles and Dallas rivalry, the infamous Bounty Bowl happened on Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
Buddy Ryan just they
Mm.
love each other. Jimmy Johnson, Buddy Ryan, they love each other, didn't they?
Didn't they?
That's what I got, man. That's what I got.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's wrap this thing up, bro. You got
Yep.
any the Lions Den?
Just happy Thanksgiving, guys. Be safe. I know tonight is usually a major party night out there, so be safe. You got my number and you're within relative driving distance of me. I'll come pick you up if you need. So just make it before like 3 a.m. and I'll still be up.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Don't call me because I am not in the shape to be driving anywhere. Yeah, this is one of the biggest drinking days or one of the biggest parties days out the year is Thanksgiving Eve. I know clubs is rocking here in the city. They've always been, but that's for the young people. We old, we home, we family. Be
Mhm.
safe. Treat people the way that you want to be treated and give thanks for what really matters. Not none of this silly ass material stuff. Give thanks for what really matters to you. That's the one thought or the
I
ones
like it.
up.
I like it. Well, it's been
So I
fun.
guess we
It's
tell you
been
about the
real.
others.
It's been real fun. And the others that he's talking about would be our whole network family
Yeah,
that we
there
have
it
over
is.
at BW Sports One. Here we go. Who checkers and wreckers super kicking it with Steven Combat Zone, just a bit outside the state of basketball, and us here at the Dukes of Football. And I know what he meant. Our friends,
Maybe.
though.
And
Our friends also. At Elite Performance, What's Poppin' Corn Snacks, Printed Memories, Revved Up Tattoos, Doc Sports Picks, My Bookie, The Fighter's Friend, The One's Kitchen, and Beast Sportswear. All right, there they are.
there's the others.
Oh, David, it's been fun. It's been real.
White
and it has
Russians
been
on a
real
Wednesday.
Fun. Absolutely. I'm liking it. Damon, for the one and myself, the Lion, it has been real. It's the Dukes of Football. Check us out every Wednesday night during the football season, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, BWSPORTS1.com. And as always, Damon, what do we do?
Oh, we keep Indy sporty.
And
Go blue, go Irish.
hit
Go
the
blue, go
button, the
Irish.
button.